I used 7,594 marshmallows to make one 6-foot tall portrait of Jesus. A while back, I used 2,500 Skittles to make a portrait, but I wanted to one-up myself by not doubling, but by over tripling the size of my previous picture. And to test my precision, I also built a QR code made completely from marshmallows. But before we get there, we need to go 2 weeks back to when I first went shopping, which was pretty much the exact same as my usual grocery shopping. But for some reason, my wife was still surprised.
So Jake just went to the store, and Jordan, what he just came back with? Look.
I'm going to their house.
Anyway, with absolutely no planning, I got to work and started arranging the pieces. But boy did I underestimate how hard this was going to be. Probably spent, I don't know, an hour and a half. But honestly, I think I'm gonna need to restart. When I made the picture out of 2.5K Skittles, it took some time, but I was able to piece it together just by referencing a picture. Granted, I didn't actually build it row by row like it looks like I did in this video. I actually just pieced it together, starting with the face and hair, and then finished with the background and robe. And when it was all finished, I took it apart row by row and put the video in reverse, so it looked like I was putting it together row by row. Anyway, I thought I would be able to do the same thing with this one, but I ran into several big problems. First of all, marshmallows are much lighter in color, and without a dark color like the purple Skittles, it was going to be hard to create contrast in the picture. Now you might say, Jake, why didn't you just use Skittles again? And that's because if I used Skittles, it would have cost several $100s. And just for reference, my last video made me $1.44. So basically, I'm rolling in the dough! I needed to figure out how to use the colors I had, which is hard because there are only 4 different colors of marshmallows, 5 including white. But this picture of Jesus isn't green, pink, yellow, and orange, so I was going to need to get creative. First, I tried to pixelate the picture, but this didn't really help because, well, it kind of gave me an idea of where to put each marshmallow. None of the squares are the color of marshmallows, so I quickly realized it wasn't going to be that easy. So I used a light to shine through the paper and tried kind of coloring it in to get the idea for what color each spot would be. And this kind of worked, but not as much as I thought. So I ended up going through every single one of the 7,594 squares and chose what color each one should be.
Okay, green straight across.
Which is really hard because if part of the picture is brown, for instance, I had to choose a combination of the 4 colors to make it look like it was kind of brown from a distance. I don't know if that makes sense, but the point is, it was really hard. But after we finished the small scale paper, it was time for the fun part. This time, unlike the Skittles portrait, I actually was able to build it in rows because my amazing wife Alyssa literally read off the color of every single one of the marshmallows.
Okay.
1 green.
Okay.
2 yellow.
These time lapses make it look fast, but it took a week to put all the marshmallows down.
Alright, we've come this far, and our apartment officially smells like marshmallows.
And this here is showing how many hours it took, not including any of the prep. I seriously underestimated how many marshmallows this would take, so I had to go back to the store and we literally bought out all the Walmart brand marshmallows that they had. It's hard to explain exactly how it felt making this, but just imagine this.
Okay.
3 white.
But then times that by 7,594.
This is taking so much longer than I originally thought it would, but it's coming along really nicely. My hands are like caked with a marshmallow film. I don't know what else to call it.
I was so close to being finished at this point, but I left the corner unfinished so that I could try to build a QR code out of marshmallows, partially because I wanted to see if I could actually scan it, and partially to show off the precision of my newly acquired skill of marshmallow mosaic artistry, which is definitely a valuable skill in today's world. So it seemed appropriate to add it to my resume and LinkedIn profile, so I did. Anyway, I don't know if the colors weren't different enough or if the lines weren't straight enough, but it didn't work. So I painted a few hundred of them black and tried again, but I made sure to keep the lines really straight. And with the help of my broken ruler, I was able to do just that.
Okay, moment of truth. Let's go!
It was so cool, I had actually built a QR code that worked. But now it was time to put them together to finish the whole project.
There we go! Holy cow!
Here, let me climb up on my double-decker couch to get a better view. It's literally too big to get the whole mosaic in the picture unless I turned it sideways, so I apologize for the sideways footage, but here it is. Just to give you an idea of how big this is, I'm 6 feet tall, and it's literally as tall as me. Anyway, remember how I made the Skittles video by taking it apart and putting the video in reverse? Well, I wanted to do something similar, but instead of taking it apart row by row, I wanted to fling the marshmallows in the air, because if I got a reverse video of that, it would look really cool. So that's exactly what I did.
1, 2, 3. Oh, they're all stuck. Wait, go again. Go again.
And this is what it looks like in reverse. If you don't already know, my goal is to make the most entertaining and wholesome building videos. There is so much negativity on the internet, but I'm trying to fill the internet with happy, entertaining, and wholesome content. So if you want to help fill the internet with wholesome and fun content, then consider sharing this video with a friend. That way they can watch a cool video and you can help fill the world with good stuff. Also, if you just want to see some other cool videos like this, then I would definitely suggest subscribing.